Good evening, everyone. If you weren't in church for the ceremony, I talked about breathing through the day and taking your time and pausing. And so I would just like to pause for a moment. It came to my attention, one of the things that we did in the ceremony is we passed the wedding rings around the church and asked everyone to offer a prayer, a hope, a wish for Abe and Wylie. And then we blessed the rings before they exchanged them. If you didn't get a chance to get the rings, I heard they didn't quite make it all the way around. Let's just take a moment, please. And if you would, just in the silence of the moment in your heart, just please offer a prayer, a hope, a wish for Abe and Wylie. And so we ask the Lord in his presence today as we celebrate, we ask you, Lord, to bless us. Bless this food which we are about to receive from thy bounty, through Christ our Lord. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
So let me start out by thanking everybody that came out this evening to celebrate Abe and Wylie's lives together. A special thanks to all of those that came from so many miles away. We got Texas here. We got Tennessee. Woo! We got Oregon. We got California. We got Canada, I do believe. And we've got Shauna, Wisconsin. And of course, we've got so many from the greater Chicago area that came. Abe's extended family. Welcome, everyone. I must acknowledge those that cannot be here today. It's Wylie's grandparents. It's Grandpa Dick and Grandma Elaine. No, that'd be Grandpa Dick and Grandma Colette. Grandpa Joe and Grandma Elaine. I'm sure they all have a ringside seat high up above right now, and so very excited for you. I'd like to express our gratitude to the Moore family. Parents Phil and Julie, you did a splendid job on raising Abe. We thank you for that, and I'm sure that Abe thanks you so much, right? You know, Christian and I, my wife Christian and I have said in the last year or so since we met you that you're the nicest people ever, and it's so true. And your 5 boys, top-notch young adults, and it's all because of you both. To my wife, Christian, a huge thanks goes out to you. She always gets me. The mother-daughter bond you've had with Wylie is amazing. It's been wide open from day one, right up to this day. Your line of communication is wide open. And you continue, you're offering an advice and encouragement to her as a thing of beauty. I hope that you and I can do the same for Abe and Wylie in the ensuing years as life comes on for you. Page one, Liana. 14 to go. Now on to my dear Wylie Rose. Or as I like to call her, Rosie. Where do I start? This young lady was a character from day one. It's very interesting how naming a child a first name, later on you find out that it kind of encapsulates their personality. How many here have heard of a young lady named Wylie Rose? Nobody. She's definitely one of a kind. From her early childhood days with Jamie and Molly, employing many of her style tips from 5 years, Sam, of Kardashian training. Style tips from Kardashians, that was heavy duty. To her long and an illustrious 3-week career at McDonald's. What do you think, Wylie? Labor of love? A labor of love, indeed. Seriously, Wylie Rose is an ambitious young lady. She's always been working 2 jobs as long as I can remember, and always on the run, and is always a bit overly tired. Well, let's talk about the 16th birthday trip to Los Angeles, a destination of your choosing. That was during the typical angst periods of the teenage years, when she didn't, speak a word to me over the course of 3 or 4 days. Sound familiar, Sam? He went to New York and didn't talk. Except when you saw on Twitter that the actor Eric Dane was at a particular coffee shop, and she piped up and demanded that I drive her there immediately. Well, we got there, and I got it. We got there, and there he was standing in the lobby, seriously, and I'm sure I saw a big crush on Wylie's face at that moment. Well, we saw that look on her face a couple of more times in the ensuing years in Cedarburg, but thank God those didn't last long. Fast forward to a couple of years ago, and Wylie met her McSteamy. McSteamy, the monster McSteamy, for real. Story goes, she and Abe would hang out with a large group of friends in Milwaukee. Abe had just moved up from Chicago to Milwaukee for a fresh start, perhaps looking for a more successful group of professional athletic teams, but we're not sure of that. Sorry, Chicago. Go Pack, go. As they became friends, Wylie would offer tips to Abe as to who he might ask out on a date. But funny how it is when the obvious answer is standing right in front of you. So here we are. They fell in love. Wylie, hold on to your ambition and drive. Keep twirling your hair and keep smiling and making people laugh. And for the umpteenth time, be nice to Abe. Please be nice to Abe. Abe, you're an impressive guy. Everyone is immensely proud of you for everything you've accomplished in your relatively young life. Your 4 years in the Navy, your recent graduation from the Milwaukee Fire Academy, and now you proudly serve, as the calendar shows, you serve as a Milwaukee firefighter. Yeah. Look for December, everybody. It's a cool but yet hot month. You balance, Wylie. You're yin to her yang, you could say. You're a kind, caring, service-driven, ambitious young man. Never looking for the easy way out. You like a tough challenge. Christian and I feel so proud to know that there's not a better guy to be taking care of our young little girl. There could not be a better man for the job. And Wylie, please don't make it too big of a job. No guarantees. Our family has been fortunate to be so incredibly close-knit right from the very beginning. And it will be so gratifying to see you guys grow your very own family in the coming years. I'd like to close with the words of a very wise man that led the charge for our entire Albert Schneff family and was loved beyond measure, Wylie's Grandpa Dick, who is no longer with us. He firmly believed, and he said the following, and I quote, "It's all about family. Family is the only thing that is important in this whole world. The rest of this horse shit doesn't matter one bit. You have to believe, you will believe, when you get to be my age. There is nothing but family. Family is what the whole world is made out of. It's a spit in the glue. That is what it's all about. So let's raise a toast to the next generation, to Abe and my Wylie Rose. Bravo.
This room is filled with so much love. I'm Chelsea, Wylie's sister and matron of honor. Woo! Okay. Let it out. All right. Okay. Wylie, you're the first person I call in the morning to start my day. Even if you don't pick up my phone calls because I'm calling so early, or you're just screening my phone calls, which I know you do, and honestly, understandably so, as I've been known to call until you pick up. The conversation could last 10 minutes or as little as 10 seconds, due to me either changing a dirty diaper or covered in spit up. But I call you anyways because you are my glimpse of sanity. Wylie's sense of humor is second to none. It's always top tier, always matches with whomever she's with. She's incredibly smart and independent and always fiercely, unashamedly herself. I don't think there could be a more fitting person to be my sister, and I count myself incredibly lucky to have you. You have been there for every big event that has taken place in my life. You moved to Wilmington with me when I was in college. Best 2 weeks of my life. I returned the favor and followed you to Madison a few years later. All my favorite memories with you involve countless shenanigans. You're the person I have the most fun with. You understand me the most, which is no easy task. And now I'm standing here today, privileged to be a part of one of the most important days of your life. Let's fast forward a few years. I was living in Chicago, and my husband and I received the best news. I was going to have a baby boy, and I knew right away that I wanted to move back to Wisconsin so I could be closer to you, and so that my son could have his auntie right down the street. So we made the move. My son was born, and during one of his first few checkups, we were asked to pick an emergency contact. So I did the most logical thing. I picked Abe. So now, Abe, let me talk about you. What a guy. Abe is the most genuine, charismatic, funny guy around. He's the type of guy that's first to volunteer to help somebody else. He's also the first to volunteer on the not so nice things, like dead animal removal. Like the bird on the patio or the raccoon that croaked on the chimney of the milk house at my parents' house. He will do the dirty work with a smile on his face. But he's there for the good stuff too. For instance, on Mother's Day, historically a day when most mothers are meant to rest, although we never do. We're always on the go, go, go. Imagine my utter shock when I had a knock on the door and there was Abe standing there with a card, chocolates, and hot Cheetos. A delicacy that he's turned me on to. What a gem, an absolute angel of a man. Wylie and Abe, they make an incredible team. Abe brings out the best in Wylie and vice versa. Who they are when they're together is what any couples wish they could be. Communicative, loving, sassy, honest, and a sense of humor that can and will bring down the house. Wylie, I couldn't be prouder to call you my sister, and Abe, I'm so excited to call you my brother. To Abe and Wylie, everybody.
That was really good.
Hi there, everybody. My name is Zach, and I'm so honored to be here up with my brothers as we toast to Abe and Wylie and their marriage. You know what they say, the more the merrier, and we're the more boys. So we each decided to pick a particular virtue and characteristic that we just deeply love about our brother Abraham. So Abe, I know you're this huge, tough firefighter. You spent time in the Navy. You had your phase when you were 10 years old and you wanted to be a greaser, so you would slick your hair back and was just the toughest kid on McDuffie Circle. But even with all that good strength that you've always had all your life, You just have had always just a heart that's just so on fire with love. And I mean, we all saw it today when Wiley walked out and you saw your beautiful bride, and just true love and a true, genuine heart that I am just so thankful to have had the opportunity to be your younger brother. Thank you for feeding me and Josh when we were babies, and the food would gross you out, so you would feed us, puke all over yourself, and then continue to feed us just to help us. To our altar serving days when you would slip me the kneel pad so I didn't have to kneel on the hard marble floor. Thank you. And lastly, just for your witness, encountering a homeless man on the street and who was in need, and you gave him his shoes. It was just a really beautiful moment. Your heart is just so strong, so loving, and it's just on fire. I love you so much, Abe. Wiley, I love you too. So excited. We're officially siblings. You guys are the best. Cheers to your marriage.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I'm Abe's older brother. Kind of going to be hitting on the same sort of things. You're not going to find anybody with as big of a heart as you'll find in Abe. It's always just come very natural to him. It's always been just incredibly natural for him to put other people before himself. He never thinks of himself when he's making a decision. That was evident on Christmas Day before he left for the Navy. We were all going to be doing our own Christmas things, and you were getting ready to go to start your adventure with the Navy on Christmas Day in a place you'd never been. It was incredibly hard, but it just speaks volumes about you and couldn't be summed up any more better than that. Also, now with the Milwaukee Fire Department, just putting yourself in harm's way for the good of people that don't like you, don't know you, but that's just because it's the right thing to do. When you have that kind of calling, you can't fight it. That's what it is, and that's very evident in you. So in thinking about all these traits and how to sum it up, it kept ringing. Just Abe has just such a knack for sacrifice, and just how important that is in starting his family with Wiley. So our prayer for you is that you just take that into your family. Wiley deserves nothing less. Make sure you just keep doing your thing the way that you always have been, and know that we are always praying for you. We're always in your corner, and we love you guys so much.
Hi, everyone. My name is Josh. Congratulations to Abe and Wiley. You both mean so much to me. And Wiley, I'm so thankful to have you as a sister. So, Abe, let's toast your endearing and always surprising sense of humor. Your sense of humor always puts people in a good mood. Because you're compassionate, you never like to see anyone in a bad mood. You learned early on in life how to make other people laugh. Thank you for always being there for me. With your jokes, your crazy comments, and your weird looks have always made me laugh. When we were young, after playing all day, Mom would come in and say, "All right, guys, it's time to come in and pick up your toys." Just at that point, when we were getting tired and irritated, you would break into an opera version of Maria from West Side Story. Looking back at it, I don't know if I was more annoyed because I had to clean or listen to Maria, Maria 50 times in a row. So Wiley, if you're having a bad day, don't be surprised if Abe serenades you with Dancing Queen by ABBA or Jacob and Sons by Joseph. However, since the first day we met you, Wiley, we could tell you and Abe share the same silliness. You and Abe are perfect for each other. Abe has also given his golden retriever, Otter, his sense of humor with Abe's Otter impression. It is Otter giving his funny perspective of life through a dog's world. And if Otter were here right now, he would say something like, "Way to go, Dad. Thanks for getting me such a nice mom." Abe loves his family, his friends, and his life, which is why he wants to keep everyone in a good mood. Abe has faced many challenges in life and kind of learned, he tackled them one by one and kind of learned not to take himself or life too seriously. That's why we love you, Abe. However, not everyone has always enjoyed Abe's sense of humor. There we go. In 6th grade, on the first day of school, Abe asked his teacher, Mr. Scarpino, if he could call him Frankie Baby. And it was not received very well. Mr. Scarpino marched Abe into the parking lot to discuss a question with my mom. There's so many pictures of Abe when he was little making silly faces, and as we've gotten older, a lot of those pictures have had to be replaced. Needless to say, we have a lot of pictures where there is a full moon rising. Abe is Abe and always will be. You are an awesome big brother. Thanks for all of your love and support. Thank you, Wylie, for all the memories we've made and for all those to be made. Here's a toast to Abe and Wylie. May you always continue to have fun, to laugh, and to be silly. Keep on singing as loud as you guys can. Love you guys.
That is a hard one to follow up there. I think along with Abe's humor, sacrifice, and kindness, every single one of us would agree that Abe exemplifies courage so much. And me as the oldest brother of Abe, my name's Jake, I am just so impressed by how Abe tackles every single challenge head on and does not back down. Like, giving up has never been in your DNA, Abe. And that's been the case ever since you were little. I just learned about this story just a few days ago. But there was a time when you and Dad would continually drive past this auto shop, and you were troubled by the fact that the American flags were hanging up, but they were really ripped and torn, and that bothered you so much that because of your influence, you guys contacted the general manager of that store and got them replaced. You've always had so much love for our country, and that eventually led you to join the military. I will never forget the night before you were going to sign up for the Navy, Abe. We were at a restaurant, and Mom kept asking you, saying, Abe, are you sure you want to do this? Because if you do this, if you sign your name the next day, that's it. Like, there's no going back. And you were so insistent. You said, no, this is what I'm meant to do. And you did not second guess it. And that was real courage. And then just a few weeks before you left for boot camp, we had a family party, and Dad was surrounding you and just gave a speech, and he said, Abe, as scared as you probably are right now, never forget that the safest place that you can be in is God's will. And I looked at you in that moment, and I kind of vicariously lived through you. I'm like, what is he feeling? What is he experiencing? And I just saw this like look in your eye, this like fire, this look of fearless determination that really encouraged me to tackle my challenges head on too. And you went full force into the military, and I know it wasn't easy. Like, you had courage the entire way through, being stuck on a ship during COVID, not having contact with family. Like, that is hard, but you did it. And you were a search and rescue swimmer, swimming long distances back and forth, carrying people. Like, how do you do that? But you did it. And in the Milwaukee Fire Department, you just graduated from the academy. And when we were at your graduation, we saw this like 7-foot story building where we learned that you had to keep going up and down, like with your full fire suit on. You had to carry people down the stairs. I mean, that is hard work, but you never gave up. And that paid off because you just graduated and you officially put out your first fire in Milwaukee on July 23rd. So I know that the city of Milwaukee is that much safer because of you. So thank you for the example you give all of us to never back down. Like, you remind us that if God is for us, who can be against us? And Wylie, thank you for always encouraging Abe. I'm so grateful that Abe is with someone who has always stood beside him through good times and bad times. I know you're going to continue to do that. And we are so grateful, Wylie, that you are officially now a member of this family. But honestly, from day one, it felt like you were part of our family. So now it's just official. We couldn't be more happy to have you as a sister, Wylie. And you guys mean so much to us. We love you guys so much. I know there are so many adventures you guys have in store, and we just cannot wait to see where God takes you from here. So with that, let's toast to Abe and Wylie. Thank you, guys.
All right, first I just got to say, Chelsea, yes, she is screening her calls in the morning. But it's only because she's already on the phone with me, so. All right. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cody. I am Wylie's best friend. But if you would ask Wylie, she would probably tell you that I also double as her handyman, her personal mover, her driver, and sometimes her therapist. So Abe, I'm so glad that she's found you. And I am happily relinquishing these titles to you. Well, so I spent quite a while researching how to write this speech. And what I've come to realize is that it's impossible to research your friendship with somebody. So I figured I would start with sharing with you how Wylie and I's friendship started. Roughly 11 years ago, Wylie and I met at a house party. She was in her early 20s, and I was 18. Yes, I am a year and a half younger, but what can I say? She likes younger men. Right, Abe? All right. Anyways, I don't think either of us knew that after that first night we met, our friendship would have grown into what it is today. And I couldn't be more grateful for that and all the memories that we've created together. We've created so many memories together that it's hard to gather just one to share with you tonight. Growing up, I always wanted a ride or die best friend. And I still, to this day, have never found that. Instead, I actually found a sister I never knew I needed. And I couldn't be more grateful for that. I found someone that I can always trust, I can confide in, and I always know that's going to be there for me in any obstacle I go through life. And I can honestly stand here today and tell you that I wouldn't be who I am today without our friendship. Now, Abe, when I first met you, I knew that you made the perfect match for Wylie. You wear the unconditional love you have for her in your heart, and it's peaceful to know that you're always going to be there to take care of her. If you know anything about Wylie, you know that her family is extremely important to her. And I can honestly say, you guys are the most welcoming people that I have ever encountered in this life. And she's lucky to have you. Now, if you know anything about Abe, you know that his family is also extremely important to him. And also Otter. You can't forget about Otter. He's very important. But over the past 2 summers, I've had the pleasure of meeting his family, and they too have been nothing but welcoming. So Wylie and Abe, you are both extremely fortunate to gain each other's fantastic families in your lives. And I can't wait to watch you start to grow your own family of 6 children and countless golden retrievers. But nonetheless, you two accept each other for exactly who you are, and you never try to change one another. So please join me in raising your glasses in honor of Wylie and Abraham. Oh, I don't think so, my glass. Cheers.
All right, we just wanted to give a quick thank you to everybody. Everybody here is here for a reason. You guys have had the biggest impact on our lives, and we simply could not have imagined celebrating a day like today without all of you guys. So please know that we genuinely love everybody here from the bottom of our hearts. We have people that traveled from every corner of the country, out of the country, Illinois, all over. And no, but we are genuinely just so appreciative of everybody here. You guys will never know what it means like to have you guys all here with us today. I just want to give a quick, if everybody could just take a second to think about my great uncle, Unky. He was supposed to be a officiant with our Uncle Dan today. He could not due to health reasons, so he's at home right now. I just picture him at home alone. So if everybody could just, I want him to know that we're all thinking of him over here while we're all celebrating as well. And just take a couple seconds to please think about him, and I'll hand it off to Wylie as well.
I'm back. Okay. Oh gosh. Here we go. All right. So I just want to really thank my mom, because this wouldn't look anything like you. This wedding would not look anything, because I know that I was very indecisive, and I came to you, and I was probably really annoying, and I went to Chelsea, and I was going to Hannah and Cody and Megan, Sam, and now I'm singing. But seriously, this wedding would not look anything like it was tonight. It is tonight. All right. Anyways, back with the stage fright. One more thing, Abe. I'm so excited to be your wife. And I want to thank you for navigating me through all the dramatic moments. I know that I've put a lot on you, but just wait until I get pregnant. All right, I love you. Let's go! I'm not letting go of this thing. I love you.